Welcome back to 504 Road Trips. In today's video, we continue north on US Highway 1, beginning at Florida mile 350.5 in the city of Cocoa. As we enter Cocoa, US-1 carries 3 lanes in each direction, divided by a center median with left turn pockets, serving a commercial strip of restaurants, auto service shops, and small businesses. Cocoa sits along the Indian River Lagoon on Florida's Space Coast and had a population of about 19,300 as of the 2023 American Community Survey, with a median household income around $56,500. Its riverfront core, Cocoa Village, is just off to our right, with brick streets, theaters, and parks that host art and craft fairs that draw visitors throughout the year. Up ahead, US-1 meets State Road 520, King Street, at which we'll break away from US-1 and follow east toward Merritt Island and Cocoa Beach for the night. Here we turn off of US Highway 1 at mile 351 onto Florida State Road 520 East, locally signed as King Street, beginning our run toward Cocoa Beach. Almost immediately, State Road 520 splits into a one-way couplet, with eastbound traffic following King Street and the westbound lanes a block over on Willard Street, and the two don't come back together until we reach the Indian River. At Forest Avenue, we pass a sign pointing right for historic Cocoa Village, while along our side of King Street, the businesses are mostly auto service centers, restaurants and lounges, a hardware store, and an art gallery. Even though we're still in Cocoa, the one-way pattern and steady flow of traffic already make this feel like the main gateway from downtown in US-1 out toward Merritt Island and the beaches. Out here on the Merritt Island Causeway segment of State Road 520, we climb onto the Hubert H. Humphrey Bridge to cross the wide Indian River, in which this stretch is really part of the brackish Indian River Lagoon. Each span of the bridge carries just 2 travel lanes with concrete barriers and almost no shoulders, lifting us high above the water with views of fishing piers, spoil islands, and mangrove-lined shorelines as this key link connects the mainland city of Cocoa with Merritt Island and the beaches beyond. Coming off the bridge, we touch down on Merritt Island itself, a long strip of higher ground between the Indian River and the Banana River. Here, State Road 520 widens to 3 lanes in each direction, even though the right lane is inexplicably coned off for much of this stretch. Merritt Island is an unincorporated community and census-designated place in Brevard County that had about 34,700 residents as of the 2023 American Community Survey, with a median household income around $91,000 and typical home values in the upper 300,000s. Citrus groves and small farms once covered much of this island, but the arrival of the Kennedy Space Center in the 1960s turned it into a bedroom community for engineers and technicians working in the space program. Along this stretch of State Road 520, the highway serves shopping centers, chain restaurants, and local seafood spots, and side streets lead north and south into quiet residential neighborhoods that extend toward the lagoons on either side. Here we cross State Road 3, also known as Courtney Parkway, the main north-south spine of Merritt Island. Turning north from this junction, State Road 3 quickly becomes the gateway toward NASA's Kennedy Space Center and the causeways that lead out to the launch complexes in the Merritt Island National Wildlife Refuge, while to the south, it serves neighborhoods, schools, and small shopping centers on the island on its way toward the Pineda Causeway and the beach communities near Satellite Beach. For the next few miles, State Road 520 continues as a busy, divided highway with frequent traffic lights, big box stores, restaurants, and a few hotels, forming the commercial heart of Merritt Island where locals do their day-to-day shopping and visitors stock up before heading to the cruise terminal or the Space Center. Between the buildings, short side streets drop toward canals and small marinas that connect to the Banana River. As we continue east, the development gradually thins out and the road begins to climb again, setting us up for a second high span across the water toward Cocoa Beach. As we crest the Cocoa Beach Causeway, State Road 520 carries us over the Willard Peebles Bridge across the Banana River, another arm of the Indian River Lagoon, and at mid-span we cross from Merritt Island into the city limits of Cocoa Beach. The views from up here take in broad expanses of water dotted with spoil islands, docks, and a few condo towers along the shoreline, and on a clear day you can sometimes pick out the line of dunes and high-rises along the Atlantic beach ahead. Cocoa Beach is one of Florida's classic surf towns, home to about 11,300 residents according to the 2023 American Community Survey, with a median household income around $82,000 and median home values close to $480,000. Tourism is the big driver here, anchored by the famous Ron John Surf Shop and the Cocoa Beach Pier, as well as the East Coast Surfing Hall of Fame. The city hosts major events like the National Kidney Foundation Pro-Am Surfing Festival over Labor Day weekend and the Surfing Santas gathering on Christmas Eve, when hundreds of surfers in costume ride the waves in front of thousands of spectators. Dropping off the bridge, we continue along a low causeway, where there isn't much directly along the roadside except the water's edge and occasional side streets, and Cape Canaveral Hospital sits off to our left near John Horn Boulevard. The road doesn't really feel lined with businesses again until we get close to the east end of the causeway, where surf shops, hotels, and beach access points start to cluster near the junction with Atlantic Avenue. At the end of the causeway, we reach a busy signalized intersection, and here we turn right onto Atlantic Avenue, signed as State Road A1A, to head for our hotel. A1A is the famous coastal highway that threads along Florida's Atlantic Barrier Islands, and from this junction, it runs north through the rest of Cocoa Beach and on into Cape Canaveral, giving access to Port Canaveral and via connecting roads the Kennedy Space Center, while to the south it follows the shoreline past Satellite Beach, Indian Harbor Beach, and Indy Atlantic toward Melbourne Beach. Along this stretch, the road is a multi-lane boulevard lined almost continuously with beachfront hotels, condo towers, casual restaurants, and beach shops, with side streets leading to public beach accesses tucked between the high-rises. Even though Cocoa Beach has a permanent population of only a little over 11,000, the number of visitors staying in places like these on a busy weekend can easily rival the number of locals, and A1A carries much of that seasonal traffic up and down the island. We wrap up our filming day of Monday, March 3rd, 2025 as we stop for the night here in Cocoa Beach. Coming up, we'll be taking a short break from the US-1 series to break up the monotony, and we'll be picking up on an old series that we left off almost 9 years ago to the day. With that, we'd like to wish our viewers a happy and prosperous 2026. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment below, share and follow us on social media, and join us for our next 504 road trip.